real quick, let's talk about the two most important agreements that you're going to be using if you are wholesaling real estate. This is your host and real estate coach, Rafael Cortez. You are listening to the REI Wholesaling Podcast, where every week I bring you the real life case studies and strategies you need to level up your real estate wholesaling business. If you haven't done so yet, go to REIWholesaling.com. Again, that's REIWholesaling.com. Sign up and get free access to your Wholesaling 101 course. This free training teaches you step by step everything you need to close your next wholesale deal and start making big money now. If you're taking advantage of one of the most effective strategies for wealth generation, which is real estate wholesaling, these are two of the most important agreements you're going to have at your disposal, right? Number one is going to be the purchase agreement. Let's break that down. The purchase agreement is going to be the paperwork that you use when you're setting up your conversation, your negotiation with your original seller. So you find a seller that's in distress, financial distress, situational distress. They can't sell the property traditionally, so they're going to sell it to you as a real estate wholesaler. You become the middleman, right? So you're going to get a purchase agreement with that seller. Now, the second step of that transaction is where you have to sell it to somebody who's going to come in and actually flip the property and monetize on it, meaning that they're going to fix and flip it. They're going to, do remodeling stuff to it, deck up the kitchen, the bathrooms, and upgrade the entire thing, put it up on the MLS, and then make a profit on that thing. Now, for that to happen, you got to have a different agreement, which is your assignment agreement with the buyer, right? So remember, the purchase agreement is with the seller, and then your assignment agreement is going to be with your end buyer, your cash buyer. So this is where you're actually assigning your vested interest in the property to that cash buyer for a profit. You're not selling the actual property when you're doing an assignment agreement. You're selling your vested interest on that property, meaning on that contract. So the rights that you now have over the property because you signed that purchase agreement with the seller, you're selling those rights through an assignment agreement, and that's how you monetize on a wholesale transaction. So quick example is you bought the property for $100,000 from the seller. You are the middleman, and you're selling it for $120,000 to the buyer. You keep that $20,000 difference as an assignment agreement profit, but you need a purchase agreement with the seller and an assignment agreement with your buyer. Learn how to wholesale real estate at REIWholesaling.com. Start today. Stay focused. You got this.